Right now at 6, a teacher in Adams Friendship is under investigation after a parent says he made inappropriate comments to students.
And the men behind the so-called church that allows members to smoke marijuana are facing tentative charges. We'll have an update from court.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
A teacher in the Adams Friendship School District is under investigation today.
This after a parent alleges that he sexually harassed female students on a school trip to Florida. Keely Arthur spoke to the parent this afternoon. Keely?
That parent wishes to remain anonymous. She says Brose made inappropriate comments of a sexual nature to her daughter on that trip, which was just 2 weeks ago. Today, we spoke to Brose's former student, Wendy Scarpinato, who alleges something similar happened to her decades ago.
I was scared to death he was going to rape me or do something.
Former Adams Friendship student Wendy Scarpinato reacting today after a name she would like to keep in the past has come back up. Teacher John Brost is being investigated by the school district. A parent who wishes to remain anonymous said Brost made inappropriate comments of a sexual nature to her daughter during a trip to Florida for a DECA competition earlier this May. Brost was suspended without pay decades ago following similar allegations after officials found out he stayed in a motel room with Scarpinato during a DECA competition in 1996.
What was I supposed to say? No, I was a poor kid from Wisconsin, no money. What was I supposed to say? Sure, I'll just get my own hotel room. I had no way to get away from him. I was stuck.
Brost disputed Scarpinato's allegations, but according to documents, an arbitrator sided with the school district's decision to suspend him, writing parents and administrators must be assured that when a male teacher takes a female student across the country, he will not place the student in the type of position the grievant placed Wendy. The grievant's conduct in this instance is totally contrary to the trust which is placed in teachers. Scarpinato never spoke publicly until now, saying these latest allegations compelled her to come forward.
I would like to see him never teach again, never be involved with kids again. He's clearly got a problem.
It's unclear what will happen next. The Adams Friendship District Administrator tells us this is, quote, a personal issue that is confidential at this time. We want to protect all parties involved. Now, there was no criminal investigation open in the 1996 matter. Adams County Sheriff's Department said they are not currently investigating Brost. Now, John Brost's father said his son is currently suspended with pay. He said his son is innocent and called the allegations baloney. And Brost actually just called me back. I'm going to speak to him after this, and we will be sure to update that information on our website.
The date has been set for hearings on complaints against a contractor involved in last summer's fatal explosion in downtown Sun Prairie. The State Journal reports the Public Service Commission will hold sessions 2 weeks from today to gather evidence about whether drilling company VC Tech violated state law when it failed to call Diggers Hotline that day. The commission will allow public comment at a second hearing scheduled for the same day.
A group of Republican lawmakers are speaking out against President Trump's plan to impose tariffs on Mexico to pressure the country into minimizing illegal immigration across the border. But Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin was less critical.
The president is fully aware of my view on tariffs and trade war. What I don't want to do is undermine, if he's using this as a negotiating tactic, I don't want to undermine his negotiating tactic.
Senator Johnson is a critic of tariffs and doesn't want them to go through. He has also been outspoken about the need to reduce the number of people seeking asylum at the southern border. And he said he hopes President Trump is just trying to get Mexico's attention. A new study shows Wisconsin's skilled worker gap is the 8th highest in the country. According to the Wisconsin Policy Forum, more than 20% of Wisconsin natives between the ages of 31 and 40 with a college degree moved away from the state in 2017. Less than 10% of highly educated people moved to the Badger State that year.
The doors are closed today at a Rastafarian church promoting itself as a cannabis sanctuary.
This comes as its founders are facing tentative drug charges. Our Madeline O'Neill is back from court where they made an appearance today. Maddie?
Susan and Charlotte, Lion of Judah, House of Rastafari founders Jesse Schwark and Dylan Bangert are out on signature bond, but there are a few conditions to that, including not being in the 500 block of West Mifflin, where the church is and all this began.
I can take my dog around the park. It's a nice area. Everything's closed. The corner store and stuff.
This corner stop may not be open for a while.
No, I wasn't surprised at all. Just because of how open they were about it.
Rob Nielsen and his dog Prince live a block away from the Lion of Judah House of Rastafari, a joint that would provide marijuana to its members, citing religion as an exemption from the law.
The guy was out here handing out cards and stuff saying it was a weed church and you come on in and we'll smoke you up. I don't know what's going through his mind, doing that, but being that Wisconsin laws are still pretty strict on it.
The law may have caught up with founders Jesse Schwark and Dylan Bangert, who were arrested Wednesday after a police search.
Both of them were arrested on May 29th.
In court Friday afternoon, the two were granted a signature bond, but not before their attorney asked for a change in its conditions.
Both of these gentlemen are telling me that they have an exemption for personal use, which is based on their religion. When it comes to marijuana or THC. So they're asking me to request from the court a limitation to the request that they not be able to possess other than for purposes of religious consumption.
The court commissioner ordered that Schwark and Bangert may not possess any controlled substances, including THC, while out on bond.
It's not an unreasonable request that in exchange for that, the defendants be ordered to actually comply with Wisconsin law, which is essentially what they're being asked to do.
Schwark and Bangert will be able to argue their case. Until then, these doors and windows will likely stay boarded up. Bangert is facing tentative charges of THC delivery and maintaining a drug trafficking place. Schwark was arrested on similar possible charges, along with disorderly conduct and battery while armed. Now they're both scheduled to be back in court Thursday morning.
Maddie, thank you. The State Veterans Museum will unveil a new display for the 75th anniversary of D-Day. It will feature equipment that a Wisconsin sailor used on the historic 1944 invasion along the coast of Normandy. You'll be able to see the rain gear, a helmet and boots worn by a radio man from Milwaukee. The display will be unveiled at 9 a.m. on the D-Day anniversary coming up on Thursday. The Green Bay Police Department is welcoming one of its canine officers back to full duty today. In April, K9 Pyro was stabbed by a suspect and nearly lost his life. He suffered massive blood loss and needed surgery to repair wounds to his neck, carotid artery, esophagus, and stomach. He made a quick recovery and had been working light duty before returning to the field today. In a Facebook post, Chief Andrew Smith thanked everyone who sent prayers, cards, and letters. He and Pyro's handler, Officer Scott Stalsman, thanked a company that sold T-shirts for Pyro, raising more than $12,000 for his medical bills.
If you're heading to the farmers market tomorrow, you'll be able to meet some special guests. Cows on the Concourse is from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the Capitol Square. Children are welcome to pet cows and learn all about the state's dairy industry. There will be souvenir T-shirts, grilled cheese sandwiches, and milk available as well. And a first alert traffic note, the annual Ride the Drive is happening on Sunday. John Nolan Drive will be closed from Olin Avenue all the way to Willie Street. That's expected between 9:30 and 4 Sunday for the event. 3 parks in that stretch will have a variety of fun activities for the entire family. That includes a rock wall, a cyclocross course, and disc golf. The parks will also have free bike safety check stations. Beloit city leaders are excited to see plans for a new casino moving forward.
When we come back, we'll have more on the economic impact they say the attraction could bring to the area.
I'm meteorologist Gary Canolti, live from McKee Farms Park in Fitchburg. Everybody's Italian here at Festa Italia. Goes on today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'll have more details and weather in just a few minutes.
A full-spectrum resort and casino is one step closer to reality in Beloit.
Action today from the federal government is pushing that project toward final approval. As Rose Schmidt explained, city leaders are hoping that last step will come by the end of the summer.
There's corn on the ground here now, but Beloit city leaders are soon hoping this land will become the casino they've worked to get here for years as the project moves one step closer today.
This is fundamentally a game changer for our community.
A 7-year-long project, but a concept that's been discussed for 2 decades in Beloit.
We have a big need to improve our services in law enforcement and in other public safety components, and we don't have a new revenue stream.
Beloit City Manager Lori Curtis Luther says the proposed Ho-Chunk Nation Casino could be that revenue stream.
We're following through on that. We have a resort that we're planning here. The water park, hotel space, conference center space.
Amenities that could soon be on their way, as the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs has now published a final environmental impact statement.
This is the most significant progress we have seen since the project started in 2012.
The casino and water park would bring an estimated 2,700 new jobs to the area.
We fully believe that almost all of the jobs here in Beloit are going to be Beloit residents.
There's just a few more hurdles to jump through. After a 30-day public comment period, the federal government has to sign off on the deal, sending it to Governor Tony Evers' desk. He's expressed support in the past, but his office issued a statement to us today saying the governor will be carefully reviewing the application and listening to all sides of the issue to ensure fair consideration.
There is no absolute assurance. There is no deadline that we must receive a decision. But I think it is possible, and I'm certainly hopeful that we will receive a final decision yet this summer.
If Governor Evers signs the deal, the city manager says Beloit is ready to move right away on upgrades to these roads with financial help from the Ho-Chunk Nation. In Beloit, I'm Rose Schmidt for News 3 Now.
There has been some opposition from people in Beloit worried about the casino bringing more violence and gambling to the area. But Curtis Luther calls those fears unfounded and says the reality is there's already a lot of gambling opportunity nearby.
When we come back, a family-friendly Packers tradition will be here before you know it.
We'll share the details on this year's family night at Lambeau Field when News 3 Now at 6 continues. The Packers announced they are holding Family Night on Friday, August 2nd. It is the 19th year for the event that features a full practice, game day music, and fireworks show. There's also a random drawing to win the jerseys players wear during the scrimmage. Tickets are $10 a person, and they go on sale July 2nd.
To weather now, let's head out to McKee Farms Park in Fitchburg. Gary Canolti is out at Festa Italia. That's a fun assignment. Hi, Gary.
Hi, you know I'd be out here for something like this. And I'll tell you, I wish we had smell-o-vision because the smell from the spaghetti and the Italian beef is just overwhelming at this point. So if you want a little Italian food or a lot of Italian food, come on down here. I'll have more on Festa Italia in just a little bit. First, let's talk about the weather. For the event itself, tonight should be fine. We're looking at clear skies, just that hazy smoke in the air with temperatures in the 70s. The threat for rain looks like it'll hold off until well after midnight. Tomorrow will be the iffy day. We could see a shower or thunderstorm at spots. I don't think an all-day rain, but there will be some chances for rain during the day. High temperatures will be in the upper 60s, and Sunday should be another nice day with lots of sunshine and high temperatures around 70 degrees. So that's good news there. Doppler tracking, you can see some showers and thunderstorms up in northern Wisconsin, but they're sliding more toward the east than toward the south. So again, it'll be a while before we see any rain here. Otherwise, as we take a look at the severe weather outlook, there's a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms to our north for tonight and a marginal risk tomorrow afternoon for areas south of Madison. But again, the better chances for rain are going to stay up to the north. Live view from the WISC Skycam in Madison shows that hazy smoke in the air from wildfires out in Alberta, Canada. High temperature today, 82, our warmest day so far this year, 56 the mild overnight low, and right now our temperature stands at 80 degrees with mostly sunny skies. The air is calm, and the dew point temperature at 60 degrees. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at satellite and radar. Our first temperatures across the upper Midwest. Right now, a little cooler behind those showers and thunderstorms. Notice Superior at 49, while temperatures are still in the lower 80s over southern Wisconsin. But satellite and radar show that there is a cold front that's dropping southward. And actually, that cold front moving through northern Wisconsin has those showers and thunderstorms ahead of it. Behind it, the air does cool off. That's what we'll be looking for Sunday. Our forecast for tonight calls for mostly clear skies this evening. Then we'll see a chance of a shower or thunderstorm later on tonight. Our low temperature dropping off to a very mild 60 degrees. Tomorrow will be a cooler day. High temperature at 68, and there will be some chances for showers and thunderstorms, although not an all-day rain expected. On future track, shower and thunderstorm chances will stay up to our north for this evening, but we'll see them later on tonight into far northern parts of our viewing area. They'll continue through the day tomorrow, but again, there'll be some dry hours in between. By tomorrow night, that all clears out, and then on Sunday, we'll look for skies to turn sunny, and temperatures should be around 70 degrees for a high temperature as the air dries out. Now, as we take a look at the rainfall expected, there could be some spots to pick up a half inch to an inch of rain. Most areas will probably see a quarter to a half inch of rain at best. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures right now looking pretty comfortable for much of next week. Look for high temperatures generally between about 70 and 75. Nighttime low temperatures will be in the 50s, and there'll be a chance of rain perhaps late Friday into Saturday, maybe late Tuesday into Wednesday, but even those are iffy chances at this point. So if you're coming out to Festa Italia, the admission is $3. It's here at McKee Farm Parks, right off of Highway PD, just before you get to Fish Hatchery Road. Lots of things going on right now. We have the Jerry DiMaggio and World Jazz Unit playing right now. The Eddie Butts Band is later on tonight. We have things for the kids, a pasta eating contest tomorrow at about 1:30. That's right up my alley. We also have the Sicilian Serenaders tomorrow. So this goes on till 11 o'clock tonight, 11 o'clock tomorrow, and until 7 o'clock on Sunday. Even on Sunday, there's a mass at 10 o'clock before the event starts at 11 a.m. So again, McKee Farm Park's the place for Festa Italia. Good food, good eats, good fun, and they'll be going on this entire weekend.
I want some of those good eats. Come on, Canolti. The Packers have 2 more weeks left in the off-season activity, so what's the goal for the next few weeks? The story next in sports. Well, football season isn't anywhere close to starting, and the Packers already have one major injury in the offseason. To their head coach, Matt LaFleur. The first-year coach tore his Achilles tendon playing basketball inside the Packers facility at Lambeau, and he'll have surgery on Sunday. He'll be just fine. This is obviously not video of him before that. But meanwhile, the Packers have 2 more weeks left in the offseason with final OTAs and mandatory minicamp. Then they're off until training camp at the end of July. So still plenty of time to cram the new offense in, according to veteran receiver Devontae Adams.
Like that's what the ultimate leader is how you make the people around you better. So I do everything I can. I don't try to do anything outside of my boundaries. You know, I'm not trying to coach, but I'm out there just doing whatever I can to make sure the young guys head in the right direction. We all still learning at the same pace right now. Got a new offense and all that, so we all help one another. But you know, I try to make sure I'm guiding everybody, make sure everybody is focused, and you know, it's the pros, so everybody really, for the most part, can take care of that part themselves.
The Badgers volleyball team is heading on a long road trip to Europe next month. The team will be competing in Prague, Vienna, Slovenia, and Italy, playing 7 matches against national teams from those respective countries. That's all in 12 days. Definitely a bonding experience, but also a test of how well players can adjust.
You're out of what is normal for you. You know, can you go and, you know, typically on game days, we're not going out and walking around and checking out, you know, the Parthenon or the Coliseum or anything else like that. You know, you're off your legs and watching film, and so can you go and see some great places and eat some food that's probably outside of your norm a little bit, and then can you get in there and play well at night? That's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but you know, it's all going to be good.
Meanwhile, Minnesota's still alive and the only team representing the Big Ten in the Women's College World Series. The Golden Gophers lost to UCLA yesterday in the opening round. They'll face Washington tomorrow in the elimination game in Oklahoma City. Brewers looking for their 2nd win in a row in Pittsburgh in what might be a battle of struggling starting pitchers tonight. Julie Chassin facing off against Chris Archer. Both have not had the starts to the season that they wanted, so they'll aim to chip away at their struggles tonight. Right now, it is scoreless in the 1st inning. WIA State Track and Field this weekend up in La Crosse. The Middleton boys taking 1st place in the 3,200-meter relay so far. Here's where we stand right now. Only a few events complete, so this is still very, very fluid. Middleton boys are in the top team in Division I at the moment after 1 event. In Division II boys, the Monroe Cheesemakers in the top 3, hanging a tight race in 3rd after 5 of the 18 events. In Division III, another close round of standings after 5 of the 18 events have been completed there as well. No results yet for girls Division I, but in Division II, Richland Center in 3rd place after 5 events. And in Division III, another tight race for the top 3 after 5 as well. A milestone match for Roger Federer at Roland Garros. He beat Casper Ruud in straight sets to win his 400th career Grand Slam match. This is Federer's 1st year back at the French Open after a 4-year absence, and he has yet to drop a set. The 20-time Grand Slam champion is 1 win away from reaching the quarterfinals at the French Open. More history being made this time at the 92nd Scripps National Spelling Bee. After 20 rounds, it ended with 8 co-champions. After 17 rounds, organizers decided there's only a handful of challenging words left for 3 more rounds, and no big deal. All the competitors at that point all made it to the very, very end. They each get $50,000 for their efforts. So it's like they were too smart. They ran out of way too many hard words, you know, not enough. So good for those kids, though.
They're the Octo winners.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Final check.
Yeah, the weather outside is hazy, Hazy, because of those wildfires in Canada and across portions of the Dakotas. Platteville, we could see that hazy sky, still with some blue sky in there as well on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Should be mild and clear tonight. That's where we sit right now with temperatures in the low 80s. The 7 to 10 day forecast, though, showing a cooler day on the way for tomorrow with some showers and storms possible. Then we're back into the 70s by Sunday. Look at that, folks. Sunday and Monday. And for much of Tuesday, no rain in the forecast. We haven't been able to say that basically all of the month of May. And as we enter June tomorrow, it does look like the overall pattern looking drier for the start of the 6th month of the year. We do have some thunderstorm chances as we head into late Tuesday night.
Let's not worry about that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10.